It has been said, Criterion and those others that have been working on Battlefield as assist studios are now moving back to their normality. That is right, my friends. That means Criterion is back on Need for Speed. Let's go! I've actually also seen since some staff reshuffling, so that kind of, again, confirms to me that this is actually the case. I've seen some people moving permanently to work on the DICE team, maybe remotely, because that's what they've been doing the whole time. And I've also noticed some veterans that are not particularly EA before moving over to the Need for Speed ship. I think EA is ready to go full blast to the moon with Need for Speed 2022. The whole world is ready for a new Need for Speed. I am, you are. This, as of right now, and when the game finally comes out, will be the longest we've ever had no Need for Speed, except before the series existed. So this video, it's pretty clear that Forza Horizon 5 has had mega success. It hit like 10 million players in, what, a week? Need for Speed Heat was the best launch of a Need for Speed ever. They never gave a number, but that game definitely rocked into the tens of millions of sales. And like EA accessy stuff. Can Need for Speed learn from Forza Horizon? Can it get those perfect 10s that Forza Horizon 5 has been rocking? I'm gonna say no, because there's a lot of bias in the media, for one. But do I think they can make a better game than Forza Horizon 5? Oh, hell yes. Now, it's pretty obvious if you've played racing games for even a couple of years, all of the games are kind of blending and mixing and making them, they're still standing out, but they're learning from each other. Customization in Forza clearly inspired by Need for Speed. The festival vibe in the crew, Forza Horizon. The drop-in, drop-out multiplayer that's now appeared in Forza Horizon, that was the crew, or test drive technically, but same people. The list goes on. There's so much just mixed bag stuff, and honestly, it makes it better for us because they all pick the good features. It should all be in all games, really. So, without further ado, we're going to jump into my list. These are the things I want to see taken from Forza Horizon 5 and put into Need for Speed and improved upon. But if you're the crew or Forza for Forza Horizon 6, feel free to take from this as well. Multiplayer. This is a big one. Although it's still broken in Forza Horizon 5, quite significantly, Forza Horizon 5 has such a better multiplayer base than any other racing game that's there right now. Which doesn't make sense. Like, it shouldn't, and it currently doesn't. So clean those streets up, everybody else. The auction house is number 2. It's pretty clear. The auction house is like one of the best features in the game. It's just like its own meta game within the game. I think the scalping and stuff has some issues, but that could all be worked out. Do some testing, do some playing. But a fluctuating car market based on achievement or time of year or something would just be super, super cool. Fresh content is going to be number 3. That was one of the biggest issues with Need for Speed Heat. Every time you jump into Forza, each week, there seems to be something fresh, something new. You've got a new DLC car coming out for the next 6 months. You've got the festival playlist, which although it's reshuffled events, I'm saying, take it and make it better. You've got the Forza Fun shop that adds rare cars and just gives you a chance to, every time you jump in the game, check out something new. An event builder. Yeah, this is a big one. This should be in every single racing game, every game ever. If I could create events and give me the tools to have health, for example, or make it so that people are in strict certain cars, I can make a race, but I could also make actual missions like takedown missions. We can play things like Infected. We can create our own game modes and forever just have infinite fun on this game. But also give me the basics like changing time of day just for the sake of those photographers. Or, for example, setting the weather or setting traffic. Prop placement. Really, really top of my list there. Prop placement. Community share features is just another huge one. That's something that Need for Speed just doesn't do at all. In the last 5 years of Need for Speed games, which is bizarre to say, just hasn't improved at all. Forza laughs in the face of Need for Speed when it comes to the abilities of livery sharing, vinyl shapes, tunes, and paints. Need for Speed. Come on! Clubs, which are still broken in Forza, and they're really kind of useless. They could do so much better in any game. I want to see abilities to actually group up with crew members, see who's active in the session, to join their session, see what they're up to, jump in, kind of sharing cars between club mates, having a club livery that people can apply. Just so many little features like that that Test Drive Unlimited pioneered back in the day, and no one has still come close. Side stories is another one because, yes, in Forza again, they're pretty very, very vanilla, like less than vanilla, like unflavored, if you will. But having other characters in the game that you can go around and learn, just kind of experience their world. They can have certain focuses, like they can learn drag from them, they can learn drift from them. It was in Need for Speed, but you didn't really push on these characters enough. You could really get some proper stuff out of there, and it means throughout the story we can meet these characters and have a full tale of missions and unlock something special for doing their missions. Dynamic world is another thing I'm really excited for in Forza, where we haven't actually seen yet. So there's going to be snow-related stuff or Christmas, winter-related stuff around the map, placed around. We'll see how it actually turns out, but if they're doing it, I'm pretty sure Need for Speed should be too. The Supra. Yeah, and that's ultimately wrapped up by I want it to last as long. I can't believe how long that Forza got updates for. Yes, they're still kind of doing the season stuff, and the past few months it's been like cars that have already been in the game, and the festival place is already cars that have been in the game previously. They got taken out, they get added back in. Honestly, like, I don't want that, okay? But what I do want is just fresh content all the time. If you combine the features we talked about in this list, like the auction house, for example, they could literally put a car in the market and everyone fights over it because there's only like 5 of them in the market, creating actual events in an event builder, and then they can just go, yeah, for this week, that one is what everyone was going to be playing. It's on there, and we will pick a reward for people playing that event, and that creator will get some kind of verification badge. Just have fresh content and actually use the community features that you've built. They can even use the event creator themselves to create events. It'll save them dev time. Like, how does that not... That makes sense, right? The fact that we've got like a couple of updates per game for the last while is downright offensive, considering this game has more playability, Need for Speed, but it also doesn't, you know? And of course, all of that is ignoring, to me, what Need for Speed already does better. Not even to me, some of them to me. Story, a million times over. Progression. People still cheat Forza. They're still cheating Forza, even though it's like Lamborghini in 5 minutes. That tells me that Forza needs more progression too. That tells me that people will cheat no matter what. It's not because the game is a grinded anyway, they just want to cheat anyway. The fun of driving in Need for Speed, I even need to talk about it. Driving a slow car in Need for Speed is always better than driving a slow car in Forza. Always, no matter what you do. Driving a fast car to me is more fun. And that's obviously ignoring the mid and high-end cars. Yeah, it's just more fun in Need for Speed. Customization. Don't even need to say anything. Attention per car, because obviously it has less cars, they pay more attention per car. But that's just the icing on the cake, and I don't want to just be here like... you know. But that's where I am. Forza has a lot that Need for Speed really needs to learn, needs to look at. They need to play these games and get the information, get the scope. Look at what the players are saying. This is where you guys come in. Of course, please let me know which of these you think I'm talking rubbish about, which of these you really want to see yourself, and of course, if you have any ideas that I completely missed, you need to let them know. This is the time. Like, listen, we are in the weird transition phase where they're only just starting to get back onto Need for Speed. This is where we need to give them the news, the feed. We need to feed them. People are always saying, oh, I wish there was a map of the crew and the cars of Forza and the customization and story and progression of Need for Speed. That would make the best game ever. Well, now's our time to do that. Let's get it done. Need for Speed 2022, or almost in 2022. Let's get this started.